Hey there, seventh grade. It's Mr. Matthews. How are you all? I hope you had a great weekend. So, we've got two stories this week that come with a little mini quiz, and these are gonna sound familiar. Remember a few weeks ago, we never actually finished our story called All Types of Trouble? Well, we're gonna finish it, I guess, because the school district has given us All Types of Trouble. Oh, episode 6. So we're going to do episode 6 and episode 7 today. Or I should say, this week. We're going to do episode 6 and 7 this week. So I'm going to get right into it. So if you'll remember, the story was about Zane and Quinn and their grandma's house, and they released a bunch of these crazy critters that came to life after they typed on her magic keyboard or typewriter. So let's keep going. In episode 5, so hold on, this is episode 6, Sad Donut. Who knows what that is? In episode 5, Zane and Quinn got most of the characters into the tower that adjoins Aunt Ivy's home, hoping to contain them there while they faced the dragon in the house. It's now or never. We've got to go back in there and fix this mess, Quinn said. Aye, Captain Mac grunted. Grammy, Zane said, turning to the Grampire, you should totally go first because aren't you, like, immortal? Grammy nodded. You should put your teeth back in, though, because you don't look very scary without them, Zane said. She doesn't look all that scary with them, either, Quinn retorted. Let's go. The wailing sound echoed through the house again as they inched back through the front door. There, Mummy will help you, a soothing voice murmured as they rounded the corner into the living room. There they found the dreaded dragon, sitting on the floor, blowing its snout into its ruffled dress. The mummy patted the despondent dragon's back reassuringly as the tiny king, with his crown precariously askew, bounced from side to side and waved a toothpick-sized sword at the blubbering beast. The pigacorn flew gleefully around the room with a plastic banana clutched in its mouth while the sloth sprawled slothfully on the sofa singing a melancholy melody. Real scary dragon, Zane quipped, smirking. Donut's sad because Donut want to go home, the mummy said timidly, pointing at the dragon. You help get Donut home so Donut not sad anymore? The dragon's name is Donut? Zane laughed. Shh, you're hurting her feelings, Quinn chided, nudging her chuckling brother. Donut is a wonderful name, she said kindly as she slowly approached the weeping Donut. We'll figure out how to get you home. Grammy, will you take Donut to the tower for now? Take the bridge, Ivan said, jumping down from his cabinet perch. Donut knows the way. And take that caterwauling sloth, too. I've heard enough opera to last 9 lifetimes. Ivan swished his tail as he circled the group, a stern expression on his furry, grumpy face, as the tiny king turned to swing his sword in the cat's direction. Ivan swatted a paw, missing as the king ducked out of his way. Zane bent down and scooped up the tiny kicking king, who squawked, Put me down at once! Okay, little man, Zane said, sliding him into his shirt pocket. There you go. Oof! Get me out of here, the king demanded, his voice muffled by Zane's shirt. I will when you... Ouch! Give me that. Zane reached into his pocket and pulled out the sword. Simmer down, dude. You better get moving on this mess, Ivan said, stretching lazily. Grammy cradled the singing sloth like a baby and took the dragon's giant hand in hers. Come with Grammy, young lady, and no more crying. You're going to flood the place with all those giant tears pouring out of your pretty peepers. Can you help us, Ivan? Do you know how to get everyone back to wherever they came from? Quinn asked. Yes, said the cat, but he curled into a ball and closed his eyes. Well? Ivan snored. You are not sleeping, you naughty furball, Quinn scolded. Ivan opened one eye and snored again. Ugh, Quinn groaned. Fine. Captain, can you watch the pigacorn? Captain? Quinn looked around, but the pirate had disappeared. Double ugh, she grumbled. Okay, Zane, looks like we're on our own. So let's get this place cleaned up. Mommy can help, the trembling Rags asked timidly. Yes, thank you, Quinn said, smiling. She held a bunch of plastic grapes out to the pigacorn and plucked the flying creature out of the air as it sniffed them, while the mummy used her rags to wipe up ice cream and dragon tears. The pigacorn oinked cheerfully under Quinn's arm as she and Zane raced to put Aunt Ivy's house back in order, keeping their fingers crossed that the invisible hadn't snuck back inside. Children, I'm home. Aunt Ivy's voice rang through the house as the trio had nearly finished tidying up the evidence of the day's turmoil. Mummy, you've got to hide for a while, Quinn said apologetically as she pushed the pigagorn into the mummy's arms and gently nudged her into a bathroom. Shh, stay very quiet. Keep this little guy calm, and I'll come back for you soon, I promise. We're in here, Aunt Ivy, Quinn called, dashing back into the living room. Where's Captain McCaptain-Face gone off to now? Zane hissed as they settled on the couch and tried to look normal. I don't know, Quinn muttered under her breath. There you are, darlings, Aunt Ivy said brightly as she breathed through the arched entryway and found them sitting awkwardly side by side. Let's get you something to eat, post haste, immediately, straight away. You must be starved, ravenous, famished. So meet me in the kitchen. She swept airily out of the room, and Zane and Quinn jumped up to follow her. Oh, well, hello there, they heard her say. To be continued. Uh-oh, who said hello to Aunt Ivy? Ugh. All right, so we've only got 4 questions here. All right, so I'm going to ask you. Question 1. How is the problem in this episode solved? Okay. A. Quinn and Zane manage to clean up the mess and get most of the characters hidden before Aunt Ivy gets home. B. Quinn and Zane manage to trap the dragon and find the missing pirate before Aunt Ivy gets home. C. Quinn and Zane manage to hide the tiny king and send the Grampire into the kitchen before Aunt Ivy gets home. D. Quinn and Zane manage to get Ivan to help them clean up, and he explains how to convince everyone to leave before Aunt Ivy gets home. Question 2. What surprises Quinn and Zane about the dragon? A. They expect the dragon to be a huge and scaly beast, but it's actually very short and smooth. B. They expect the dragon to be a little grumpy, but it is actually very cheerful and calm. C. They expect the dragon to be a little tired, but it is actually very awake and alert. D. They expect the dragon to be a fierce and scary beast, but it is actually very sad and homesick. Question 3. Read the passage from this episode. The mummy patted the despondent dragon's back reassuringly as the tiny king, with his crown precariously askew, bounced from side to side and waved a toothpick-sized sword at the blubbering beast. Which is the closest synonym for the word precariously? Precariously. So what's a similar word? A. Constantly. B. Reliably. C. Typically. Or D. Unsteadily. Last question. Question 4. How are Ivan and Mummy different? A. Mummy is usually calm and serious, where Ivan is humorous and likes to tell jokes to amuse everyone. B. Mummy is a giant creature who frightens all the other characters, while Ivan is small and nobody likes him. C. Mummy tries to be very kind and helpful, while Ivan is rude and pretends to sleep instead of helping. D. Mummy tries to be very honest and always tells the truth, while Ivan is dishonest and tries to trick everyone. All right, so that's all types of trouble, part 6. Go back in and take the quiz. You can use this video, all right? I miss you guys. I'll be back later with part 2, or I should say part 7 of all types of trouble. Stay tuned.